Ah yes, stealth builds. Plenty of people have been complaining on stealth builds, like there aren't really any stealth builds out there. But there is. There really is. It's just that some goated skills we have gotten previously in the previous guild system have just been completely removed. Or replaced a bit and work differently now. A good example of that is cam distortion. That's the one where you put down an ECM to disable cameras. But I believe it made sense to remove or fix that, because the thing is... it just disables Cerberus cores and modifiers, so I understood why they got rid of that. Regardless though, you can still create stealth builds, and there's actually multiple stealth builds out there, depending on what you want to focus on. There's mainly, I would say, 3 ways to go about it. 2 of them are kinda niche, while one of them is working kind of everywhere but risky. And then you can just run the default build, which is the one that I'm going to show you. So it's kinda like, there's 4-ish sort of builds. The main weapon is just a potential loud weapon that I use, so it's the FSA once again, because that one just works. Pistol is up to you, what do you prefer in stealth. I'm a strike enjoyer, but feel free to use anything else, doesn't matter. Obviously interceptor, since we're going full stealth. Once again, the sub-turf frame with exactly the same layout as in loud, the reason being mainly so that we have a throwable every 15 seconds, so in case we do run out of throwing knives, or the alternative would be flashbangs, we always get one back. And then in this case we're running the throwing knife because it's a default build. The deployable is the medic bag, in case we do take too much fall damage, we can just throw down the medic bag to recover. And the motion sensor this time instead of the ECM jammer, because you can stick the motion sensors onto people, so to, for instance, like the lead guard, to have them perma-marked, so you always know where they are. In terms of the skills, we once again go with Beast of Burden, so we can carry 2 bags and we don't have that movement penalty. It's slightly different from what we're using in loud builds, because we don't care about headguard aced. So, because headguard aced would be 2 skill points, we instead just throw it into a cheaper skill. In this case I just threw it into Rifleman, it doesn't really matter. So we can actually unlock tier 3, because we need 5 skills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to access Beast of Burden and ace it out. In the Ninja tree, we want Locksmith aced as well, and here's the niche situation. The aced version, it works on the Turbid Station train doors at the moment, which is for sure going to be a bug. I don't think you're supposed to bypass the hacks to open the doors. So that's a little bit of a niche situation, but it's also nice, for instance, if you play Delivery Charge and you need to find a fingerprint for the refrigerated text. God, it's such a weird word. In which case you can just slap open all the little lockers, which is a lot faster, because you can usually hit, I believe it's 2 or 3 lockers at once with a single melee. We do have Judo Chop. We don't care about the ace version, because I honestly believe it just doesn't matter, because it only works as long as the guard was unalerted and you killed them with a melee now. This is basically Drop Cloth, but nerfed. So I only really have this for Locksmith. That's it. And once again, I just threw in another skill point similar to what I did in the Juggernaut tree, to just get access to tier 3 to unlock Locksmith. I don't care about the other stuff. And then we have Hacker. Hacker is most likely your go-to tree for any stealth build you want to create. Mainly because Security Expert gives you runtimes, which allows you to loop cameras, which you get with playback. I don't really care about the ace version here, I only used it so that I get another runtime. Because this is 4 runtimes total. Basically, whenever you ace out a skill, you get a runtime, sort of. It's for every 2 skills. I don't really care about Pump the Jam, I'm not using ECM jammers, but it's once again just for the extra runtime. What I do care about is Radio Star though. Radio Star is really good, especially once you ace it out, because it brings the cooldown down from 60 seconds to 20, which is insane. So you can hack a guard for 10 seconds and then just have to wait for another 10 seconds and can hack him again. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, this allows for 4 runtimes, which means you can loop up to 4 cameras at once. Obviously kind of pointless if Cerberus code is around, but hey, if it's not around, it's pretty helpful. And then finally we have Conman. These are probably also your little bit of go-to skills that you want to use for any kind of stealth build. We have Adrenaline Chunky, so we actually get adrenaline whenever we touch a civilian, which with Thrill Seeker means the adrenaline no longer runs out and we move faster while we are unmasked. Fun fact, with Thrill Seeker you have the same running speed as if you were masked on. Plain sight, so the civs and camps spot us less quickly. Hall Pass is to go to stuff, I think it was like walk to walk or something like that in the previous system, where you can perform illegal actions without the cams and civs noticing you. And then Strong Arm Days, so we also get rid of the movement penalties for heavy bags and items. So that's my default skill tree that I use. It's pretty handy with the throwing knife, since you can just chuck them around in case a guard is in the way. The only thing you have to be careful about is Strong Arm Basic. Being able to use throwables unmasked is nice, but if a guard is in front of you and sees you doing it, he will attempt to cuff you. So make sure that you're not being spotted too close up. If you're far away, it's fine, but as soon as you're too close, then yeah, they will instantly try to cuff you, so be aware of that. But yeah, that's the default skill build that I use. It seems to work, and it holds out very well in Loud as well because of Saboteur Frame, and the FSA is just fine enough to deal with most of the enemies. So in case it does turn Loud, you still got a good backup stuff going on here.